video games that I'm not working on. I travel a lot. I do a lot of convention appearances because I love to meet the fans, and I when I'm not traveling, I'm working either on music productions of my own, or anime voice work or video game work. So I really don't get the chance to just, relax and kick back and watch an anime just for the sake of watching it.
Okay, next question. Are there any methods you use to get into character or the mood or feeling of a character? For example, with Edward Elric in particular, throughout Full Metal Alchemist, he has a bit of a short temper at certain points in the series, which required you to rant and sometimes scream and, like, hey, I'm not little and everything.
Oh,
Is there a
yeah.
way you work yourself up for that, like a certain method you use every time? Or
No, not really. There isn't any particular method. I mean, once you've played a character like Ed, as long as I've played him, you know him and you feel comfortable with him, and it doesn't take very much at all to pop right in the recording booth and, if the next line says, that you're screaming bloody murder, I'm not a pipsqueak midget, then you scream bloody murder, I'm not a pipsqueak midget, and then if the next line is some quiet, emotional line, you do it, and that's just part of voice acting. We draw a lot of inspiration and guidance from the actual animation itself.
Mm-hmm.
When I record, when I go into the booth, I actually turn all the lights off. I don't know that many other voice actors do that, but I usually turn all the lights off, so that literally the only light is the light of the television and the light of the script on screen. And so I like to just kind of shut out the rest of the world and kind of immerse myself in the image, in the anime.
It's an interesting technique.
Okay, Ken, you're up next.
Yep, just writing down the answers as I'm speaking. I'm typing this up.
He's taking notes, apparently.
I am. I do that stuff. So when you've landed like these roles for these characters, aside from looking up the series, is there any other type of research you've done? Do you like watch the Japanese version of the series, or what type of research do you do before you get a role, or when you do land a role?
Well, actually, there's really not a lot of time to watch or research too much. When you're working a lot and you're busy, again, you don't have a lot of time to just kick back and watch shows or research this or that. Occasionally, if a show comes up that I'm especially interested in, I'll do a little bit of research. I'll look up a couple of episodes online, or I'll do a little reading on it because I'm interested, I'm specifically interested in that show. But no, in general, for the more than 100 shows that I've been in now, I could probably say with pretty good certainty that I have not seen more than probably 5 of them before I started recording them.
Interesting. Okay,
so,
Vic.
And I think that's probably the case with most voice actors as well.
Yeah, there's just simply from what you were describing with your schedule being so chaotic, there's just not enough time to, even if you wanted to immerse.
Yeah, I mean the way it normally works is you'll go into the studio and the director will say, "Okay, you're playing this role. This is the character. This is what he's like. This is what he does. This is what he feels." And you start at page 21. Turn to page 21 in your script, and let's go. And that's usually the first time we even see the script.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay, Vic. There are some anime fans out there that are just dead set against dubs and swear by the raw and subtitle versions. Have you ever had to deal with negative feedback from the anime community? And if so, how do you react to that negative criticism?
Well, let me just say this. To each his own. I mean, if you like subtitled anime, God bless you. I mean, go for it. I mean, watch subtitled to your heart's content. But there are plenty of people out there that would prefer not to read their anime. They'd rather watch it. And they'd rather, be able to watch the screen and lock into the faces and the images of the anime and be able to understand the language that they're speaking. So to the people that are subtitle lovers, I would say that's great. You go for it. You enjoy them to your heart's content. That's why so many anime companies put both the subtitled and the dub on a DVD to appeal to both types. But don't trash people just because they like something different from you. I see that a lot, and I think it's really unfortunate. It's very sad that, here we are, all anime fans. We all love anime, and that's our bond. That's something that binds us together. But that's not good enough. We need to find something even within that to fight about or to argue about. And so the people that love subtitles, some of them, like to be militant and mean and hateful against dubs and against people that like dubs. And I don't speak Japanese. I don't know about you guys.
Well,
but
I do, but I love
I don't.
as much as I love subtitles.
So, I don't, and a lot of people that I know don't. So I prefer dubbed animation. But I have nothing against people that don't like dubs, but I would say to them, just live and let live, dude. Allow people should be permitted to like what they like and choose what they want, without being trashed for it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I guess Rodney King said it best. Can't we all just get along?
Definitely well said. We need an applause bumper.
Okay, Ken, you're up next.
All right, Vic. I want to switch it up a little bit and talk a little bit about your music career. You're also a music composer and a singer. How did you get started in that? And was it always an interest of yours to play the piano?
Well, thank you for the question. I've been writing and singing and producing and recording music twice as long as I've been voice acting. I've been singing ever since I was very, very young. But I didn't stumble across the fact that I could play the piano until I was about 17 years old. And a friend of mine and I were working on writing a song together, and I sat down at a piano one day, and I don't really know what better way to say it except I literally stumbled across the fact that God had given me a natural talent for playing the piano because I never took any lessons. But I just understood it, it made sense to me. And so I developed that gift, and God has been very, very good to me in giving me that talent. And to date, I've produced probably 20 or 30 records for different clients, and I've got 6 of my own that are on iTunes and that I sell at conventions I attend, and I've written hundreds and hundreds of jingles and themes and post scores for television and radio. Music is a very, very big part of my life. I led worship at my church for over a decade. I absolutely am so grateful to God for the gift that I have in music, and I can't ever imagine not doing it.
Awesome. And since we're on the music subject, a lot of anime fans know this probably by now, so they'll probably lynch me up for saying this and asking this question, but did you personally adapt the lyrics for Don Don and Toward the Light? Because as a lot of anime fans are aware, you've dubbed several anime opening theme songs for Funimation.
Right. Some of the songs that I have sung for Funimation releases, I did write the lyric for, and some of them other people wrote the lyric for, someone else at Funimation. Mike McFarland asked me to sing the One Piece opening by by Hikari E, and he wrote that adaptation. And then since then I've sung 2 other One Piece openings. I've sung a Dragon Ball GT opening, and then I have personally adapted a couple of openings. The one to Dean Angel, the one to the character song for Ouran High School Host Club, and then I also did a recording of the Brothers theme from Full Metal.
Ooh, I like that song.
Yeah.
Well, then you need to pick up my new CD, man. It's on there.
It was just released in February, from what I was reading.
I just finished it. It was just released.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that album, the name, and where it's available?
Absolutely. The name of the album is Revix. It's like remix, only with a V. And yeah, I know it's kind of corny, but what the heck, right? And it's kind of interesting how it came about. I write all kinds of different songs, and I tend to write like soft rock, adult contemporary kind of stuff. And I've got, like I said, I have 5 other albums out, a couple of instrumental piano CDs and a couple of vocal CDs that have a wide variety of songs on them. But a couple of years ago, a fan named Hillary Adams contacted me and said, I absolutely love your song, Nothing I Won't Give. Would you be willing to send me the vocal track only and let me make a remix to that song? And I was like, wow, that would be cool. Sure. So I sent her the vocals, and she made this amazing remix. Up-tempo, driving, dance beat, and I loved it. And my girlfriend, Michelle, said to me, sweetie, you ought to think about making an entire CD of all up-tempo club mixes of your songs. The anime fans would love it. So I started working on it. I asked Hillary to do a couple more remixes from some of my other songs that the fans are pretty familiar with. Then I also contracted a couple of other remix artists to do a couple of songs, and then I did a few of my own. And this is the real exciting news. During the last year, I had my assistant help me to find the appropriate channels to get the permission, the official legal permission, to release the Brothers theme from Full Metal, to release the Dean Angel theme, True Light, to release Guilty Beauty Love from Ouran High School, because those are all copyrighted songs. I can't just throw those on a CD and sell them.
Yeah,
and the good news is that we were able to acquire the licenses for all 3 of those, and there are some kickin' remixes of those songs on this CD, as well as remixes from other songs of mine from different CDs, and 2 or 3 original songs as well. So I'm real excited about it. I'm real excited about the new CD.
Awesome.
And where can fans get this? You said you sell your CDs at cons that you attend, and it's also
Well,
available on iTunes.
Yes, I bring CDs to conventions with me, so fans can get them from me. I can, we can rip the plastic off, and I can sign them, and they can take one home with them. Or all of my CDs are available on iTunes and Amazon, Rhapsody. So yeah, they're all available there as well.
If you're listening, folks, you better pick up the new album, Revix. Definitely. Okay, I have another question for you, Vic. Thanks for being such a great sport and answering these questions. We know you have a very busy schedule. Okay.
No problem.
Sticking with music, Soldier A. That's a song that's all over YouTube. Can you tell us exactly how and why you came up with the idea for that one?
I sure can, man.
Honestly, Vic, I just discovered it about a week ago. And one of my friends attached me to the video, and my mouth was on the floor.
Well,
literally.
I'm glad you liked it, man. Any voice actor will tell you that over the course of our careers, we